the last day. It's the last day of the Heaven Rules conference, and it's bittersweet. I've had such a wonderful time with the Lord. Just pressing into Him, spending Tyler's birthday and Dad's first anniversary in heaven with God at a conference called Heaven Rules, and it has been, I don't want to cry, gosh, it has been so good and such a blessing. But this morning on the way here, I was praying and I'm like, Lord, all of a sudden I realized that every single time that I have left this building or come back or to go to the hotel or the conference center, I put in my GPS where I'm going, and each and every time it has taken me a different way. And so when it's dark, that's scary. When it's dark and I'm in unfamiliar territory and I'm trusting my GPS to take me somewhere, and when I go back that route again and it's not the same like landmarks around me, and so this morning, and not just this morning, but every time I'm like, this is wrong, and I'm like distracted from my driving because I'm looking at my map on my phone and I'm like, this is wrong, and I'm putting myself in danger, and then my anxiety goes up, and it just hit me this morning, because God, He just teaches you through all of the little things in life that it's a lot like that, following Him. We get up and we say, God, lead me, I want to follow you. And we go out and it seems like a normal day. It seems like any other day, and you're just following the Lord, and then all of a sudden something happens or the darkness comes in. This morning I was reading in Proverbs about how heaviness of heart makes you stoop. The darkness comes in and you're trying to follow God in it and nothing looks right, and you're like, this can't be right, and you're so distracted you can't even enjoy the journey or focus on God because you're afraid. And so I was just being convicted of that. And here's the funny part, is I was like, Lord, I'm sorry, forgive me, help me to trust you. Just like this GPS, you know where you're going, I don't. And about that time I pull up to a parking garage. Now, every time I've parked, I've been in a different parking garage too, because this thing brings me a different way. So I pull up to this parking garage, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there staring at, you're looking out the window. Well, just imagine. You're looking out the window and there's the little ticket box where you're supposed to get the ticket, and I'm just staring at it. I have no idea what to do with it, and it is telling me that I need to make a phone call. I'm like, what in the world? And I'm like, where's the button that I push? And I'm literally sitting there and I'm like, I can't back out because the way you came in, there's no way to back out. And I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry and panic because I don't know what to do. And I start reading the thing because I'm thinking I must be in like an employee garage. No, apparently now you call a number, and then you go to the little screen, you push a number on your phone, and it opens up their gate and lets you in, and then they send you a text message so that you can pay. So just as I was repenting to the Lord for not trusting Him, He's literally put me in another situation where something else was new, something that I've done many times is new and different, and instead of like trusting and reading, following the signs, no, I went into fear and panic and was trying to figure out how to get out of the situation. And that's so like us. Several years ago, I had a similar experience. I was driving in downtown Louisville, and there's a lot of construction and stuff, and my GPS system kept rerouting me, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna start to panic. And downtown Louisville, again, some more sketchy areas. I was alone, and I would miss my turns because the it was so quick. Like, it would reroute you, and then it was like, boom, you're supposed to turn, but you've got to be over there. And I kind of had another similar situation where God was just saying, like, I'll reroute you if you get off track, if you mess up, if you miss your turn, I'll reroute you. Don't worry, trust me to get you there. And I just want to encourage you guys with that today, to rest. I know a lot of times we try to work and fix it and do it and pursue it, and God, how do you want me to? And I'm super guilty of this, is why I'm telling you. God is all powerful and He is faithful, and it's His responsibility. We work with Him, and of course we listen and we follow and we love Him and we do, but it's His responsibility and His joy to get us to where we need to be. So we can rest, abide in Him, trust His love, and know that He's going to get us to the destination. We just have to listen and follow. So as I was praying about this coming down here today, I thought, Lord, it's so easy to do when we know the destination that we're going to, when we know the arrival point. When I put in my GPS, I am going to go to the convention center, I know that I'm going to the convention center. I know what my destination is. I don't know what it is right now, and that's scary. And so I was like, God, it's hard. It's hard to follow when you don't know where the destination is. And then he just reminded me, like, that's how he called, like, Abram, go to a land that I will show you. That's hard stuff. It's hard stuff. So I just want to encourage you today, if you're like me, if you're stepping out into uncharted territory with the Lord and you don't know your destination, and your surroundings are just confusing and different or dark and scary, like grief, like walking a road of grief and trying to serve the Lord and build on top of all of that, building a ministry that you want his glory to shine through. It's uncharted territory and it's scary, but our God is good, and a good word makes the heart glad. That was the other part of the Proverbs this morning. Heaviness of heart, heaviness in your heart will cause you to stoop. It'll cause you to bow your head to other things, but a good word makes it glad. And so when God gives you a good word, it's super, super glad. And I pray that somehow, some way, God has given you a word through my willingness to get on here and share my silly story. Praying for you all today. I'm praying for the goodness of God to just show up in your life and be a light in your darkness.